Eric Darling here with Darling Data, and today's video is, of course, everyone's favorite. My favorite, your favorite. Of course, that is everyone, isn't it? Office hours, where I answer 5 community-submitted questions to my fancy little Google spreadsheet, and hopefully everyone is happy with the answers. If you look down in the video description, there are all sorts of helpful, useful links for you and me. You can hire me for consulting, buy my training, become a paid member of the channel. Of course, you can ask me office hours questions for free. They are not insert coin here, but we'll see how this next year's economy is. And of course, if you like this material, I would be ever so pleased, ever so chuffed if you would like, subscribe, and tell a friend or 2 or 10, or I think I've suggested in the past just taking people's laptops and hitting subscribe in their YouTube accounts. Past Data Community Summit coming up in Seattle, November 17th to 21st. Kendra Little and I doing 2 bang-up days of T-SQL pre-cons, arguably the best 2 days of T-SQL pre-cons that have ever taken place in the world. I think I've mentioned before, I do have a couple other announcements coming up soon, hopefully sooner than later, so that the fine folks of the world can start purchasing some tickets. Be nice there. Anyway, let's go answer these gosh darn questions, shall we? Oh, we have a third. So if you watched last week's episode of Office Hours, we might remember our friend with the high volume Fintech OLTP something or other on SQL Server 2017 Enterprise Edition. Third question has arisen from our friend. Hopefully we can give our fintech friend enough free advice here. What are your thoughts on using AI, non-Microsoft? Well, geez, I'm convinced. For query optimization and index maintenance. We're having AI rebuild our indexes? I don't know. What is that? What are you on about? I've had 50 to 70% success tuning queries. Oh, okay. Well, I have 100% success. How's that? With 2 to 3 LLMs by providing schema index data. I'm just gonna say something here. You work in fintech, and you're sending schema, index, and stat context to different LLMs. That's interesting. Okay, I hope they're local. Considering AI automation, identify poor performing queries, add environment context and tuning rules, use MCP. Holy Moses. Okay, performance tuning is only 5% of your work. Boy, oh boy. Look, if it's working for you, go ahead. I don't know. Performance tuning is 5% of your work. If you need an LLM to tell you to use index temp tables and common table expression, you're probably better off doing that. All right. I need to move on before my head explodes. Okay. Let's say there is a table. Yes, let's say there's a table. I would love to say there's a table with a key column that's a number, but it has trailing zeros. I don't know why a number with trailing zeros is strange. Many numbers have trailing zeros. Numbers with leading zeros are a different matter. I had that column as varchar. Oh, great way to store numbers. Varchar, good job. But business would never put 0 when searching for that column. All our queries had clause with double wildcard that killed performance. How would you approach that problem? Well, I wouldn't. That is just a fundamentally unsound design. You have allowed business users to trample over the database entirely, and they've won now. You can't take that away from them. Or I'm saying you because you asked the question, but whoever designed this, screwed it up from the beginning. Even if you put like a column store index on that, the double wildcard, so assuming this is going to be a varchar like at least 10 or 11, right? Because most people, when they store numbers as strings, at least account for the maximum width of whatever data type the number is supposed to start with. So if it's an integer, then it would be like what, 10, 11 or something, right? If it's a big int, the 9 quintillion number, it's like 15 digits. So it would be like a varchar like 10, 11, or 15 or whatever. So varchar 10, sorry, because it's the same number of digits as a phone number. It's a 214, 3 other digits, 4 other digits. So you've just ruined the whole thing from the get-go. You might be able to do some very complicated stuff with trigram searches, but I don't know if you want to implement all that just to help these people out. The smarter thing to do would have been to give them more restrained search protocols so that you did not end up here in the beginning, or from the beginning. There you go. Anyway, I've never seen anyone use a plan guide, not even in a blog post or quick video. Any idea why? When do you use them? I've seen many people use plan guides in blog posts and videos. So I have no idea why you're not able to find them. Perhaps you do not search well, whoever you are. When do you use them? Well, you use them when you need to guide a query to a different query plan that it is not finding naturally. The name is somewhat self-explanatory in that regard. I'm not going to pretend that they are very easy or ergonomic to use. There are many times when even yours truly has struggled to get the query to pick up on the plan guide, but with enough trial and error, you can usually get it working. All right, let's see here. We have a UDF as a default expression for a column on a table. Does SQL Server still evaluate the UDF in the default expression even when I explicitly insert values into that column? Oh, I see. It's a default. Okay. It shouldn't know, but there's no telling what strange things might happen when you start doing awful things like using UDFs as default expressions. I'd actually never even considered that level of terrible. So good job, you. You might make it into a future demo with that level of bad. Holy Moses! All right. My lord. Hey Eric, it took me many months, but I finished watching all of your videos. You should go outside. You should go enjoy life. There is a world out there. I don't know why you'd want to watch all of them. Oh, well, that's why. You've turned my lessons into a drinking game. Well, I changed my mind. I wholeheartedly approve of you. What do you think? I'm playing it right now. Well, what do I think? I fully endorse drinking games. I think that they are one of the last vestiges of proper modern society. And that you should continue to watch my videos and drink. I'm not going to that link, but I don't want to know, because I have a feeling if I go there, I'm going to know how much you drank, and I'm going to know how much drinking it took you to get through my videos, and that might make me a little sad. So I'm not going to go there, but I like that you have the kind of go-getter attitude that you create drinking games for me. All right. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I hope you learned something. And I will see you in next week's office hours, but also in tomorrow's video, whatever that may be. Sure, it'll be a humdinger. Actually, we're gonna go through my row goals presentation that I recently finished giving at the Pass on Tour events. So we'll have that to look forward to, won't we? Row goals, yay! Fun. You know what would be awesome is if I talked about row goals and no one compared me to other people who have talked about row goals. That would be fantastic. It'd be nice if I could talk about something without someone just pointing out that, hey, someone else has talked about that. Wow. Cool. All right. Row goaling away all this week. Thanks for watching.